Alright, figured I'd do a quick review on my 2009 $800 Outlander XT. First, I'd like to say I'm not brand loyal or nothing like that. Basically, if something works, it works, period, no matter what it is. I'm not going to say if it's Can-Am, it's better than anything, or if it's Honda, it's better than anything. If I got it and it runs good, hey, it's good. Plain and simple. I put the new Bighorn 2.0 tires on it. Loving the tires. Made a world of difference over the factory tires. Factory tires really weren't that bad. Just they wouldn't sling the mud like I wanted. They were quiet. They wore good. I just really wanted more mud being slung. And these tires do it. I was kind of worried about the 2.0s. They're supposed to be a lot thinner sidewalls. I've not had no problems. I have exactly 212 miles on them, which isn't a lot. And I can see no places at all. There's not a spot on them nowhere. I've been through rocks, mud, highway, little everything. And tires perform great. I have noticed my top speed was 75 with stock tires. I went to these tires, and once I hit 70 with, I'm not sure exactly what the air pressure is I have on them. They're a little bit light, 5.5 or something. And they're not too bad. But around 70 mile an hour, it does start to get a little bit wild with you. Want to float just a little bit. But all in all, they're a great tire. Love them. Slings the mud. Goes great. Can't say nothing bad about them. A little bit lighter. I don't know if it's really save you much on horsepower, but they're supposed to be a little bit lighter. I guess we'll start off with some of the things I like about it. I've got 1,555 miles on it so far. It's ran great. Love the power. Power takeoff, the agility. You can sling it around. For a big four-wheeler, this thing actually you can sling it around pretty good. I've rode other four-wheelers. I don't know, you just feel like you're driving a big box, basically. This is like a Cadillac with 600 horsepower running around, you know. I think the four-wheel has somewhere on 77 horsepower, give or take. No, I can't remember exactly, I didn't write it down. But runs great. I mean, going in the trail, I ride with racers, and I'm staying up with a lot of them. Just the fact that I can sling it around. It doesn't seem as heavy as what it is. Let's see. In four-wheel drive, another thing I like about it, most four-wheelers you put it in four-wheel drive, what do you get? You get something hard to steer, may go good, but it's hard to steer going anywhere. This one here, you put it in four-wheel drive, high side, playing in the snow, hit it wide open. You don't really tell that much more of a heavy steer on it. So I like that. I forget the name of the diff lock now, but the diff lock on it, it spins maybe 2 wheel spins, locks in solid. If you keep the gas on, then it stays locked in. If you let off, then of course you gotta let it spin again, let it lock in again, but I've not had no trouble. Like I said, my friends have the diff locks, the Grizzlies. This thing will go anywhere those things will go. Let's see. The rack space, it's got adequate rack space. I took my DeWalt saw box, put on the front of it. Worked pretty well. One thing I don't like is the fact that you have to take all this off to be able to get to the radiator, so I can't mount this down solid like I did on my other four-wheelers. Once it was mounted solid, I can flip these up, and I was into it. Now I got the bungee cords, which really kind of sucks. But I like the look of it. It's black and everything goes with it. Went to Walmart and got this bag. All around decent bag. I definitely wouldn't say it's the best. Put about 150 miles on it. Already coming apart. Wonderful. Let's see. The Bighorn tires, I guess most people already know that they run about one size bigger than most. So those get maybe an inch of clearance, something like that. Let's switch over some of the dislikes. Switch my paper over because I can't remember. The radiator. Man, I had a lot of trouble. Every time I'd hit the mud hole, get it wet, then turn around and hit a dusty road, I was running hot. That sucks, really sucks. I think the second time I took it out on a pretty good ride, things started overheating on me. I'm trying to reach right here. So I went and got this. This stuff's good stuff right here. I've been running ever since. As long as you keep that in there, you'll have no trouble. Big engine ice. Runs great. After that, I haven't had any trouble with it. Of course, I think everybody already knows most of the stuff that is aggravating about them. The gear shifter, it can be a little bit aggravating. You got to wiggle it back and forth to get to go in the gear. I ain't gonna gripe too much about that. Then you got the loud brakes. The stock brakes were actually loud. You start going over a hill, it's muddy. You got squeak, 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 and feel like they're rubbing metal against metal. The new brake pads help some. I still find if I've been through a lot of mud and go over a real steep hill where I'm having to apply the brakes, they still squeak. I can get over that, heck with it, you know. And the Canam air filter, I can't find a Canam air filter. I've not looked in a couple of months now. I kind of got disgusted with looking. Most dealers around couldn't find any. Pretty aggravating. And I guess one more thing I don't like is the stupidity of air vents on each side. Really just was not very bright, I don't think. I have gotten in the mud. I've heard people say they've never slipped a belt on their Can-Am. I have slipped a belt on mine. I've went through a big mud hole, turned the wheel, threw all the mud straight down in there, and it started slipping. Took me probably another 7 to 10 minutes to driving, giving it gas back and forth to let it get dried out and take off again. Then it was 100% and everything's fine. Until about 2 months ago, I got in a mud hole to where the mud was up right above the seat. Had it squatted down, a lot of sand in it. The sand to water ratio was really high. There's a lot of sand in it. And it messed up and got to where it wouldn't hardly shift. Took it to the dealer. It messed up. I think they're called the sheaves, the clutch, and the belt. Took a month to get it done. And right at $1,000 to get fixed, which really did not make me happy. I definitely made me look at my folder and get a little bit ticked. But I guess that's the way you go when you play, and I wasn't smart enough to have the snorkel kit and stuff like that on there to help it out. But that's the way it goes. But this is just a quick review. Still, watch for, they cost a lot. I think a lot more than what they really should be costing. I think I paid $92 for this thing when I bought it brand spanking new. The tires, $500, I think that was what I paid for them. Got a pretty decent deal on them. Like I said, I think they shouldn't cost that much, but hey, I had the money, bought it, might as well. Have a good day.